You know how sometimes we want things right now? Success, answers, recognition. And when it doesn't come fast enough, we feel like giving up? Let me tell you a story that might make you pause and rethink the power of patience. Once, in a quiet village nestled between mountains and rice fields, there lived an old man named Hari. Hari was different. He didn't talk much. He walked slowly, smiled often, and spent most of his time tending to his small garden near the edge of the forest. Now the villagers respected him, but they also thought he was a little odd. While others rushed to trade in the market, build bigger homes, or chase profits, Hari sat under trees watching the wind move the leaves. He once said, "Everything will come in time." One day, a young boy named Nikhil came running to Hari, visibly upset. He had just failed his test for the third time. His friends laughed. His parents were disappointed. "I don't get it," Nikhil said, tears in his eyes. "I try so hard, but nothing works. I'm tired. Maybe I'm just not good enough." Hari listened quietly. Then, without a word, he stood up, walked to the edge of his garden, and pointed at a tiny bamboo shoot, barely an inch above the soil. "You see that?" he asked. Nikhil nodded, confused. "I planted this bamboo seed 5 years ago. For the first 4 years, nothing came up, not even a leaf. People said I had wasted my time, but I kept watering it every single day. And then, one day," Hari continued, "in just a few months, it shot up, nearly 90 feet tall. All that time, the bamboo wasn't doing nothing. It was growing strong roots underground, quietly, patiently, preparing for what was coming." Nikhil stared at the little sprout, suddenly seeing more than just a plant. "So you're saying even if we don't see results right away, it doesn't mean we're not growing?" Hari smiled. "Exactly. Just because the world doesn't clap for you today doesn't mean your effort is meaningless. Some of the strongest growth happens in silence." From that day on, Nikhil didn't stop trying. He studied a little more each day, not with panic, but with purpose. He stopped comparing himself to others. He didn't always come first, but slowly, things changed. He began to understand better, retain more, and even help his friends. And yes, eventually, he passed his exam. Then the next. And the one after that. Years later, Nikhil became a teacher in that very same village, and in his classroom, right by the window, stood a tall bamboo plant. When his students felt low, he'd smile and say, "Want to know how long that took to grow?" Sometimes, your roots are growing even when it feels like nothing is happening. Trust the process. Patience doesn't mean waiting and doing nothing. It means trusting that the work you're doing will bloom, even if it's not today. If this story gave you something to think about, maybe even made you breathe a little easier, consider subscribing. I share stories just like this to help you slow down, feel seen, and remember that your journey is your own. And if you know someone who's feeling stuck, share this with them. You never know who might need to hear it. See you in the next one. Until then, keep growing, quietly and boldly.